sports. It's in the game.
That wasn't a lucky play. That was just good football.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter now, Pat McAfee, to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run it again with Henry. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now Aikman. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here is third down and 4.
Aikman operating from the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown!
Andre Johnson, a 22-yard touchdown ground.
And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They begin with Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
It's a jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Running from the gun with Henry.
Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 5. Jet sweep now. Here's Collins. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Aikman. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Aikman looking to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Aikman. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Andre Johnson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their
5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And he goes out right around the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt.
There he goes left side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the 1st half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver?
Look at it! The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and he delivers a big play here for this offense.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
Again, it's Aikman. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack.
Why they've struggled so far? They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, Aikman.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Quick throw to Collins.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 2nd and 6. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Mahomes going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. They set up the screen for Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Open man, that's Collins. He's got it.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
On the jet sweep, there goes Collins.
And he's got room.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Henry up the middle. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Butker on for the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Again, it's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
85 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
A give to Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here's Aikman setting to throw it.
That's caught by Johnson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Derrick Henry.
Down to about the 37.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
2nd and 6 coming up.
And the busy night for Henry continues.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now it's Henry. And able to work his way down to the 16.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
They'll run with Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in Big D tonight.